I was maybe 10 or 15 feet away when it happened. And I was doing okay. And then I was putting my 5-year-old to bed, and she had me read her story about love. I just couldn't finish the story. I was thinking about Charlie's little girls, his wife. He was such a powerful human being, and at 31 years old, the things that he accomplished. It's like, we've got some candles here, and I couldn't hold a candle to that at this moment.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America.
News broke yesterday that Charlie Kirk has been shot and killed during an event in Utah. For millions, Charlie was more than just a political activist. He was a voice for a generation. He was a fighter, a builder, and a strong Christian believer. Today, we're going to remember his life. Not just the way it ended, but the way it shook campuses, churches, and communities across the globe and America. Now let's look back at Charlie Kirk's life. Charlie was born in 1993 in Arlington Heights in Illinois. Raised in a middle-class family, he didn't come from political royalty or Ivy League circles. What set him apart was his conviction and his unshakable faith in Christ. Even as a teenager, he felt a deep passion to challenge the mainstream narratives, to ask hard questions about freedom, faith, and America's future. At just 18 years old, Charlie co-founded Turning Point USA, a grassroots student movement dedicated to promoting conservative values on college campuses. What started small would soon become a nationwide force. Turning Point USA began with little more than passion and persistence. Charlie traveled from campus to campus, speaking to students, handing out flyers, debating anyone who would listen. By his mid-20s, TPUSA had chapters in hundreds of colleges. It became a place where young conservatives could gather, challenge liberal orthodoxy, and feel that they weren't alone. Critics called him polarizing. Supporters called him brave. But whether you agreed or disagreed, Charlie Kirk could not be ignored. Charlie didn't just build an organization, he built a microphone for the next generation. Through his daily podcast, The Charlie Kirk Show, he reached millions with his mix of commentary, debate, and biblical conviction. His message was simple: America is worth saving. Christianity is worth defending. And young people are worth empowering. Charlie's boldness inspired thousands of young Christians and conservatives to speak up, run for office, and share their faith without apology. Charlie often said that politics mattered, but faith mattered more. He consistently spoke about the role Christianity played in America's founding. He warned about what happens when a nation abandons God. To his followers, Charlie wasn't just a political voice, he was a spiritual one, a Christian one. He reminded Christians that revival doesn't begin in Washington, but in the human heart. Even at rallies and debates, he pointed back to the cross. Charlie Kirk's impact is impossible to measure in statistics alone. Yet he built one of the largest youth political movements in America. Yes, he hosts some of the biggest rallies of his generation. But his greatest legacy may be the courage he gave to others. College freshmen who thought they had to stay silent suddenly found their voice. Young believers who thought faith was outdated suddenly found boldness. This is what Charlie Kirk leaves behind, not just an organization, but a movement of people unafraid to stand for truth. And then it suddenly ended. In Utah, while doing what he loved, speaking to young people, debating, challenging, Charlie was silenced by a gunman. The news has shocked millions. How could someone so young, so full of energy, be gone? His death raises hard questions about the state of our world, about free speech, and about the cost of conviction. But one thing is certain: Charlie Kirk lived fearlessly right up to his final moment. Charlie always said that America is built on freedom of speech, the right to question, to challenge, to speak. Truth without fear. And yet today, that freedom is under assault. When a man can be gunned down for daring to speak, it's more than a tragedy. It's a disgrace. We call ourselves the free world, but what freedom do we have if voices like Charlie are silenced by violence? His death is not only the loss of a great man, but a warning to all of us. If we don't defend freedom of speech now, we may lose it forever. Charlie's life now stands as a challenge to us. Will we speak boldly even when it's unpopular? Will we defend the truth even if it costs us? Will we live for something bigger than ourselves, just as Charlie did? Charlie Kirk may be gone, but his voice echoes still. If you believe in freedom, if you believe in faith, if you believe Christianity still matters, then don't let this message die. Subscribe. Share this video. And most of all, live courageously. Because that's how we honor Charlie Kirk. Not just with our words, but with our lives.